All right, what's up, guys? Gold Banks here with the finals video. I'm just gonna do a reaction to the trailer or the reveal that they posted in their Discord, and just basically look at it, go over what I think and how it could affect the meta or whatever. So let's get into it. Give my thoughts here on what they got and how it could change the meta and what could be going on. Um, so let's give it a look. All right, we got the healing emitter for the heavy. We got the breach, and we got the healing gun for the light. Right? I do like the music. I'm not gonna lie. I like the music. I want. All right, I'm not gonna. I'm just briefly. I want them to do a season for like modern times, like New York City, like, and then or it could be like 80s, 90s New York City or something like that, where we like playing like a skyscraper or something like that. That would have been super dope with like the old clothes and everything. That would be fire. Because I want regular clothes in the finals. Like, but that's aside from the point today. So we're gonna talk about these things. So we got the breach in charge for the medium, and we got the healing gun for the light or health plus infuser, and then the heavy I assume would be like somewhere around here. The healing emitter for the heavy, right? I feel like this is great. I feel like these are good options. I see what they're doing here. I would have thought with what I have in my head is this the heavy thing should have been a mobility tool, because I feel like they're trying to broaden out and get rid of some of the must picks and the must haves for each class and just give more possibilities for not necessarily different team comps, because the team compositions, you can rock with a lot of different team comps. You can go light, light, light. You can go medium, medium, heavy, 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 medium, medium. Like, light, heavy, medium. All of that. I just think like two lights in the medium is a little weird, or two lights in the heavy is weird. But um, for the most part, the team comp situation, they fixed a lot of that. I'm not gonna lie, but right here, I'm just gonna start with the breach charge. I think that this is really good for the medium class, because it I can't say that it will necessarily change the must picks for the medium class, but it gets them off of DMAT, and it makes Turret a little bit more viable because now you have more utility. But medium has always had utility, but it's been mainly the healing aspect, the defib aspect, and the being able to mobility. So that's why I thought the heavy would have gotten the mobility, just to like, get the medium off of their mobility stuff. Like if they would have gave the heavy a strong mobility option, they would have been like, whoa, like now I don't have to run whatever, right? But I'll say this. For the most part, defib is a must. A mobility tool is the must, whether it's um jump pad or zip line. But for the third slot, this is probably going to replace your glitch trap or your gas mine or your frag grenade or your whatever, the data reshape, if you decide to run data reshape or whatever. But this might get you off a DMAT, maybe. I don't think so, because DMAT is just so good for the team, and it's like you can seal it up, you can get through room. It's just so powerful of a tool. But I think it really changes up what the other ones run, because now the heavy doesn't have to be the demolition expert, or the light doesn't have to like light heavy is the best for demolition, because you can get C4, you can get rocket launcher, you can go charge and slam, and between those three things you have a lot of like breaching options and stuff. But having the breach drill on the medium class can kind of get heavy off of that, and they might be able to take a different approach or something. And the sledgehammer as well. The sledgehammer is another great breaching tool. I'm gonna say enough about that. This is just gonna probably change the third slot and what the other two do. For the light, I can say that this is interesting. I feel like this may open up a new playstyle for the light, maybe a more backline approach. Like this may be good for an LH1 user or something, like where you can kind of play backline and then your heavy and your medium are actually in front of you and you're not really flanking, but you can still flank with the LH1. But you could just play backline and then you can heal them if things get sticky. I think this is very effective because of the stun gun nerf. So there's been a slot that's kind of up in the air. Like well, anything in the light is up in the air. I feel like when I pick the light class, I can pick any three gadgets because there's not really a must pick that fits every scenario. Like if you have a lot of shields, you're going against a lot of shields, you can go glitch grenade. If you're going against maybe a sledgehammer, you can go nullifier. But nullifier doesn't really get rid of the problem. It's not a must pick like the stun gun, because the stun gun was basically a guaranteed kill if you had like the right position and the right skill or whatever. But the nullifier is up in the air sometimes, like depending, because it could really hurt your team if you give somebody that invulnerability and give them the freedom to move around and reposition and stuff. So this is really good. I feel like there'll be something going on. Depends on what it heals for or whatever. It looks like it has a very short time on it though, which might be good. It might be heal hard in a short period of time, right? But this is what I'm most looking forward to is this right here, right? And it actually looks like it has multiple charges, probably only two. I can't imagine seeing any more. But this is crazy to me because I feel like it could open up a more fortified play style. I can see that this being paired with barricade because now you can have a room, because like right now the most popular, not the most popular, but a very effective way to play is playing on top of the cash out, right? So you would play knock the cash out down, play up top, ward everybody off on the outside. But this right here, maybe you can play inside with the flamethrower, or you can play inside with sledgehammer and barricade some doors, and you can have this healing your teammates and yourself, and you can swing freely with the sledgehammer. You can swing freely because you don't have to hands-on heal or anything. And with the heavy also doesn't have any like super must picks. Like a pyro mine is very strong. Lock bolt is strong. RPG is strong, but lock bolt and RPG is like, are you gonna really be using both of those at the same time and reloading both? Because like reloading both is a hassle. Like that's like three things you gotta reload. Plus your weapon probably reloads mad slow. So it's like this right here kind of can free you up in that sense. Like similar with the pyro mines, you just throw them down and keep it pushing. And also, like I said, I think this appear well with barricades, where it's like, okay, you could throw the dome. Well, you could put you could say you're getting shot at. You could put the barricade up, throw the dome shield behind the barricade, right? So let's say your medium is about to die or whatever. You just, instead of the medium having to stay behind the barricade and hope you can just ward off the threats, you throw the barricade up, you throw this behind the barricade. Now you got dome shield, barricade, this. You can shoot. The medium's getting healed. Now the medium can peek out whenever they want to, you know what I'm saying? And can get healed. And maybe the lights in the back healing the medium. Now, medium full health. So it's like this changes like who can run point. Not really. Cause I feel like the heavy should always run point unless the light is like going out and fragging. But um I like it. I like it a lot. I feel like it opens up a lot of things you can do. The heavy won't be solely in charge of breaching. The light has a healing option, another strong gadget that they can use if they're not too sure what they want to run, or it's nothing that they need to specifically counter. But I do think that they should make a open slot, another reserve slot, right? Because now it's getting to the point where we have a whole bunch of different weapons, a whole bunch of different gadgets to choose from, and we're running out of slots. Like you should be able to like transform your gadgets and stuff to an extent. I feel like, especially in world tour, I can't say the same for ranked or whatever, but I feel like they should maybe open up one or two slots in the reserve for more potential in mixing things up in between rounds now with these new inclusions. But that's it, man. This is a little different video. I'll probably try to get some more finals content out. I've been slacking. The Street Fighter been going crazy. So That's it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever, and hopefully I'll catch y'all on another one.